Captain Thunderpants.
I think at one point, one character
Too many to choose from?
Sorry.
Too many rattling up in here, I gotta be honest with you.
I'm trying to think of clean one.
Ben, I really want to hear
There
yours.
was one point, where you were, one episode you were called Chisel Chest, and I think that works pretty well.
Chisel chest.
That was the Ghostfacers. I'll take that. Dang, Ben. Thank you. I thought Jeremy was the one who always took my shirt off, but I guess Ben is too. Moose Man.
I would be ass butt butt.
That's like ask, but I have other qualities.
Thank you, Jason. Go ahead.
I'm Diana.
Hi, man.
Do you have to go to the bathroom?
She does now.
She's
She's
right
waiting for
there.
5 hours and I left.
Okay. Before I say my question really quickly, I wanted to say, I'm gonna rat out my Sherlock because she both hugged you, took a picture, and talked to you. Not going to, okay. Okay, it's a really good question. What is something you've learned from your first experience to, Jensen, directing an episode that you brought into directing your second and currently third episodes?
It's probably more of a technical thing than it would be a creative thing, but you know, directing the first time, it was, you know, kind of trial and error. You know, this is going to be boring, but you know, pace of a scene is very important. Thanks to the man to my right. So, and I got to explain. Because Mark has has that, you know, wonderful voice and the wonderful performance that he does. You know, I could sit there and I was just kind of watching it as an audience member, forgetting that, you know, the scene was now taking 9 minutes as he just rattles through his dialogue. No, get out of here. It's a compliment, man. I was so enthralled with your performance that I forgot that, yeah. So, anyway.
So you notice the pace he's going at right now? You want to speed it up.
See, I've lost half the audience. We don't want to do that with the show. We want to keep you guys. So, pace is one thing. And, you know, just understanding lenses and what they do and how they can direct focus and things like that is helpful. So I'm actually in the midst of directing my third one right now. Losing them, I don't mind. But I'm directing my third one right now, and I'm trying to cut as much of his stuff as I can. Which is fine because I get a director's cut. So yeah, it's probably more technical stuff. Directing TV is very difficult though. You have a schedule, you've got time limits, you got budget limits. It's
I'm like a panel.
As Ben can tell you, he's directed. It's a challenge.
Oh, it's a terrible challenge, yeah. No, for sure. I found that what I started to learn increased, like, all I found out from the first to the second experience of directing was I was better able to figure out what I didn't know and how, like, behind the curve of the math that happens on a set. It's a tough thing.
Yeah, it's scary when you get on set and there's, you know, 60, 70 people just staring at you going, okay, what now?
Oh, and then it creates this signal in your head, you go flatline from conscious thought to
Don't say flatline.
Oh, you're past the flatline, man, don't worry about that.
Thank you. Yeah.
What can you tell us about the episode? Like, what kind of an episode is it, if you don't want to? When does Ken still come back? Yeah.
Is he still alive?
The episode that we're shooting right now, it's kind of a one-off. It's you know, which I love. I love the one-offs where the guys they catch wind of something, they go after it, they kill the bad guy and save the family kind of thing. So it's one of those, and it's a good one.
It's heavy on blood, right? Isn't there? It's pretty bloody. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bloody.
Yeah. So look for that.
Next question.
Gay blood.
You guys are Supernatural fans. I figured that would have a certain selling quality to it.
Hi. This question is for everyone, including Jim, whose character may or may not return.
Anything's possible.
Is there a characteristic or aspect of your character which has not been addressed yet that you would like to see brought toward the foreground? Or would you like to amplify a characteristic like we did last season with Dean's drinking problem? And side note, thank you for all the charity work you've done.
I'd like to finish up with Sheriff Rhodes.
I think there have been too many aspects of Sam. I'd like to just go back to normal, sitting on a bar stool Sam. Something. I think, I mean, I'll answer this because I have a feeling, but I don't think there's been a lot that has not been explored in Sam, and I think that makes it interesting, in my opinion, for season 8, because like Jeremy was talking about, the beginning of all the seasons, other than season 1, we've been responding almost directly to what happened the prior season finale. So what I think is neat is that we've seen these characters through 149 episodes after 7 seasons grow and change and evolve. Thank you guys. But now we get to see, it's like the characters have grown up in front of you, and now we get to see who the characters want to be. You know, Dean's gone off to purgatory. Sam's been without Dean, without Bobby, without Cass. This guy took Kevin in his hands, took off. So point being, now all the fat is stripped away, and it's like, who am I? So we can see what Sam and Dean are going to do. I don't know, for my character, I'm excited to probably re-explore some of the stuff that's already been explored at this new point in Sam's life. The end.
I think that there's enough, because all of the characters have been through so many journeys now on Supernatural. We're, I think, all kind of damaged and worldly.
Speak for yourself.
I'm damaged. So is the character that I play on but it is actually kind of, I mean, this is kind of what you're saying, I think. It's like there's actually a ton to mine right there, just responding to an ordinary circumstance now. The character has been through so much that, I don't know what I'm saying. But
When does Castiel come back?
We need to explore my loveliness.
I think. What?
Someone loves you, Mark.
What happened? No.
Thank you very much, whoever is.
Next.
Hi, my name is Fiorella. Sort of reiterating what you said before about your characters going through different changes and phases. Was there anything if you had the power, would you alter your character's storyline, or you have a sort of preference on how you would end it?
Who was that to?
That was to Jensen, Jared, Misha.
Everyone up here.
There is a shorter way to say that, yes.
Anybody? I was always kind of envious of when Sam drank the demon blood and had his kind of, the mind power that he possessed with that was kind of always cool arc. It was a really cool arc, and I remember reading those scripts and going, I really wish Dean had a superpower that he could utilize, but I didn't envy the bleeding from the nose thing, because that was I'd sit there and watch. They would shove a sponge up into Jared's nostril,
Full of blood.
Soaked with blood, and
Fake blood.
it would, and it would, just disgusting.
Yeah.
Some of the things we do.
It wasn't fun, but it was fun to play Demon Blood Sam. It was fun to
To
have.
just be able to, to have that power, I don't know, I think that'd be cool to have. But we can't, we got to keep these guys human, because otherwise, if we start matching powers with, the other people around us, then it just, I don't know, kind of loses the humanity of it all.
Thank you.
Next question.
Hey.
Cass, are you back?
Hi! My name is Sam.
No, you were really in the wrong cast. Very confusing.
Did you look in the mirror this morning?
Hi, Sam.
My question is for Jensen and Misha. I was wondering what you think of the Purgatory storyline, and if you think we'll be able to meet in the old enemies, or maybe even some angels.
Well, we haven't seen much of the storyline because it's going to be revealed to us throughout the season in flashbacks. Am I correct in saying that? Yeah. So we will learn more about what happened, you know, to their time in Purgatory as the season progresses. So we don't quite know what that is, but yes, I'm looking forward to kind of seeing what is revealed in that. Yeah. Anything to add there?
No.
Okay.
You talking to me or to Misha?
Misha.
Yeah.
But Ben, if you have
Well, I could add something about the storyline, but I have no idea what it is, so it's difficult for me to add.
Go ahead.
You know what? Why don't you go?
I know. I mean, it's a hard question for an actor to answer because the incoming material comes from the. So I understand the difficulty that Jensen now faces in this moment, and then we have our own constraints on what we're supposed to say, right? But I think that, you know, you go into Purgatory, there's a whole body of events that take place there. There are meetings and conflicts and a whole other kind of subterranean storyline that happens in the past, but it affects the future in all these different ways. And yeah, Jeremy, I'm right. They're going to meet some badasses down there. There's going to be some big problems, right?
Yeah, we'll see that.
Sorry, go on, Jeremy. I didn't mean to distract you from what you're
That's all
saying.
right. No. I think we can safely say Purgatory makes strange bedfellows. Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're going to be
Now
sleeping with a
goes,
lot
yeah.
of people in Purgatory? Is that what you're saying?
Thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
Next question. Thank you.
I see a
Sam?
There must be a sale or something.
Hi guys, my name's Peasy. I'm from Singapore, and I'm a huge fan. And Misha, thank you for giving us that morning run. Okay, my question is for everyone. There's been a lot of dead characters in Supernatural, so if each of you could pick one Supernatural character to revive, who would it be?
Tricks.
Definitely no one up here.
Gabriel?
Yeah.
Chuck?
Chuck's great.
No, not those guys.
Not those guys.
I actually think I think Richard Speight and Rob Benedict are in the audience
guys
somewhere.
here?
So
Where are you?
Where are you? Good luck getting out.
Yeah, good luck getting out, guys.
Get them.
Yeah.
They're happy to give everyone here an autograph.
They give out kisses for free to each other.
See what happens when we not only we bring you on the show and write characters for you, but then you're stuck here. You have to be here. I mean, it's like it's infectious, isn't it? Richard Speight emailed me. He emailed me last week, and he's like, "I know you got a lot on your plate with the acting and the directing and stuff, but I assume that's all taking a backseat to campaigning to get me back on the show." And you would be correct.
Yeah. We would love, let me say it in front of our showrunner here, I would love to have them back. I really would. I hope there's a way to make it happen. I'm sure they're looking into that.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything's possible.
Even if it's just working as set PAs.
Well, ideally.
You know what? I need somebody to help me make tea.
Have you ever had Rob Benedict's tea? It's good. It's good.
It's good too.
Good tea.
Thank you.
Speaking of characters who haven't been around for a while, last night I ran into somebody who said that if he didn't have to catch a plane this morning. He was planning to sneak in here and ask a question, and that was Jeffrey Dean Morgan. But he had to catch a plane, so he blew you off.
I was also just told, I believe that Sebastian Roche is in the audience somewhere.
Sebastian.
Resurrect him too.
So he's like, I'm not standing up, you crazy.
He's also giving out autographs.
He's up, but his shirt is off somewhere.
Next question, please.
Hi.
Hi.
It's really rude. I just wanted to say first that I really love the show and I love all of you. And thank you for making something so amazing. But my question is for Jensen and Misha. And I was wondering what you guys thought of the whole Destiel relationship that a lot of the fans.
That's some weird shit.
I'm not. Can I poll the audience? What is it? Was it Destiel? Is that right?
Have you not heard of that?
I have not heard of this.
You don't want to
you created, Ben?
You don't want any part of that.
I don't want any part of that.
It's a sort of extreme romance.
It's a fan fiction. There's a lot of images from it too. Pictures of maybe, let's say, Dean in an angelic embrace. And that's being kind of gentle with it, isn't it?
That.
Feel that question.
That's great. I mean, you got pictures like that of us in embrace all over your bedroom. I know that.
They have a fan with that airbrush on the side. It's just a strange picture.
Yeah, my conversion band just has its face on it. It's just a nice airbrush, and there's an eagle on the other side. I don't know my room. And a wolf howling at the moon. It's cool. You like it.
Okay, we have time for about 2 more questions.
It's good to get change up, I think.
Hello.
Hi.
So my question is for the actors concerning things you guys do on set. Is there any time you guys ever got tired of being strangled or doing things on set, basically?
He shakes me, he picks me up and he shakes me for 2 minutes at a time.
This is off camera.
That's off camera. He shakes me at will.
I will say that I greatly disliked doing the stuck up against the wall number. We haven't done it in a long time. Because you just feel, because you're not stuck up against the wall, so you're like, I can't move, and it feels so bizarre. But luckily, we've been mostly tied up lately. When a bad guy.
So bad.
There's a bad guy. There's like a
when 2 bad guys really like each other.
They don't make us stand up against the wall like we're stuck, which is a lot better. Thank you in advance for the upcoming season of not let the bad guys tie us up.
Yes, it's very tiring sitting there trying to act like you're being forced against a wall and you're because when they yell cut, you feel like you want to pass out. So yeah, it does get tiring. The blood, although we haven't had a lot of blood in the past year or two. I think they kind of got the message, all the complaining that we did, especially after, what was it, season 3? The end of season 3 with the Hellhounds.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, when your wardrobe shows up and it is plumbed, it has plumbing, it's not going to be a good day. It's just not going to be a good day. And then you see the guys with 5-gallon buckets full of red liquid, and then hook the hose that is hooked to your wardrobe into that bucket. It's not fun. Just as because then it's corn syrup.
It's going to be a bad day.
It's going to be a bad day. Especially when it hardens and you have to wear it for 7 hours. All right, I'm not complaining.
Thank you.
Next question.
Hi. It's weird, like usual. I love the show so much. Thank you for making it. I wanted to say, you guys are so great at acting. You guys don't receive nearly enough recognition.
Thank you. Thank you.
My question is, will season 8 focus heavily on mythology like 4 and 5, and will we finally be formally introduced to God?
Good question, writers.
It's the God question, Jeremy. We didn't talk about this. Go ahead.
You just throw it to me, Ben?
You want me to take it? It's a very unstable situation over here at the end of the table. I begin to speak, but I'm not sure where that's going to go. Would you like to start it, and then I can condition what you say?
I'm going to take a run at it, buddy. Thank you. This season will actually, I think we're going to pull back a little bit from the heavy mythology. It's always there and it's always expanding, but we're going to give a chance for our brothers to come out a little bit from I feel like after 7 seasons there was a real crushing amount of mythology, which is all wonderful, but we're opening it up a little bit more to new areas, and there will be one overarching mythology, which hopefully will carry on for many more years.
Well, that's all the time we have for questions, but there is a surprise or a treat for you guys that we're going to show now. Just a reminder, the show moves to Wednesday nights this fall, premieres Wednesday, October 3rd, 9 o'clock, 8 Central, so on the CW.
Real quick, just speaking of Wednesday nights, that's because of you guys. Most shows go to Friday nights to die.
Right.
Exit.
We're going to roll the gag reel now. Thank you all so much for coming, and thanks for your